Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So here we are again on Sunday afternoon, and I have a couple of items from Chantecaille to show to you. This is their holiday release, and those of you who've watched me before now have a slightly fraught merchandising relationship with Chantecaille, because I do think their items are a bit overpriced, to be honest. But they do come out with some really tempting items, I think, on two bases. I mean, I do love some of the way they present the wildlife palettes, for example, individual eyeshadows. That they're just gorgeous, and the idea behind it of doing something to help conservation is very appealing. I just think it's, I guess, kind of pushed a little too far to justify quite inflated prices. I do think some of their products are really nice. I haven't loved all of them, but there've been a couple of eyeshadows, especially in the singles. One of my friends, Lara, who's here on YouTube, bought me one of those, and I absolutely love it. And I've got a few others since, and a couple of the little four-piece palettes as well I've loved, and some of the skincare products. So I do like the brand cautiously. I wasn't going to buy anything from the holiday collection. I didn't buy anything from their last release. But, of course, I saw things and I was tempted. Now, there are two highlighters that look very, very pretty. I didn't go for those. This is the one eye product. It's called Radiant Gold Eye Shimmer in beautiful gold packaging and absolutely gorgeous individual packaging. There's the Chantecaille. You can almost see my reflection there, very distorted happily, on the side, and this kind of like gold nugget. It's only very slightly raised, actually, but gorgeous packaging, really appealing. But I don't think, get it for the packaging. I got it because, look, a kind of shifting, really rose gold with little stripes. Makes me think of, if you have ever bought Victoria's Secret pyjamas for years and years, they've put out a kind of, I think they were silk originally. For a long, long time they haven't been. They've been increasingly kind of slightly tacky faux silk polyester, but always in this kind of pink and white, sometimes variations of the stripes. I don't know why, this kind of makes me think a bit of that. I loved my original pair. So I just realised I haven't photographed this for Instagram, and I'm going to dip my finger in it. Well, too bad. So the stripes are an overlay, which is disappointing, but I guessed as much. There you can see the shift in the shimmer, though. And it is a shimmer, fairly decently pigmented, I think. You could use this on the cheeks, to be honest, couldn't you? As it'd be quite bold as a highlighter, because it's a bit glittery. It's definitely a party shade, but I do think it's pretty. I'm going to say this was about £50, so it's ridiculously overpriced. I'll double check that, but I think so. And this also is ridiculously overpriced. This is the lip crystal, which is the... Actually, I was going to say there were 4 products. There are 5. There's also a lip gloss. I was highly tempted by the lip gloss. Fortunately, it wasn't as prettily packaged as the other things. It just got kind of gold top on an ordinary transparent tube. So that held me back. And it was a sort of slightly pearlescent pink. But this is one of the lip crystals, which are these glittery ones that I'm obsessed by, even though they mostly... The glitter wears off again. Here we go. There it is. I just love looking at these in the tube. I've got several Tom Ford ones that, to be honest, I don't wear that much because I don't want to wear down how beautiful they look in the tube. I'm just mad, aren't I? We all are. Those of you who are bothering watching me are mad, I'm afraid. What does it look like? It is actually very pretty. So, just pausing to put on the lips to see if it's gritty. It's not. So, again, what do we think? Probably an overlay. Yeah. So the gorgeous glitter is going to wear off when I use it, which is a shame. But the actual lipstick is kind of pearlescent. Pearlescent seems the wrong word. Goldescent. It's definitely got a gold pull in it that you can see. So I do think that's quite wearable, actually. But yeah, oh, it's such a shame when it wears off, isn't it? Breaks my heart, but there we go. So those were the two items that I got from the Christmas holiday collection. Yeah, I'll have to let you know how they appear when I actually use them on the lids. I have got my Chanel stuff now, but I didn't want to show it to you till I've changed my nail polish and tried one of the nail polishes. This, by the way, is the Chanel, one of the autumn polishes. I think it's called Été Indien, Indian Summer. It's not really an Indian summer here anymore, but quite pretty, nice formula. It was quite not fully opaque after one coat. You definitely needed 2 coats of this one, but this is 2 coats without a top coat, and you can see it's quite shiny and has lasted 2 days so far, and I've been doing a fair bit of housework and typing, so that's not too bad. Overall, I would say from the Chanel Autumn collection, whilst I'm here talking about it, yeah, I haven't loved it as much when I've used it as I expected to. You may remember the eye ombre, the powders. They are quite difficult to work with, or I find them quite difficult to work with. And the blush that I bought, which was the deeper crimsony shade, I think I've got it in my handbag. Hold on, just here. Yeah, here it is. I was very sure that I wanted this specific colour because I had a Chanel blush which was this kind of darker plum shade. I think it was called Plum Explosion, which I got by mistake. They sent it me by mistake. I literally ordered something else, and I thought, well, that's no good. I would never have ordered that colour. I always go for kind of corals or pretty pinks, and it suited me more than any powder blush I've ever had. But it's kind of dried out a bit now. I haven't fully used it up. And I thought this would be the same. What I didn't factor in for is that although it's got those pretty leaves engraved on it, which is a plus, it is absolutely matte, whereas the Plum Explosion had, again, that kind of shifting sheen that their certainly old formulation of powder blushes had. And this is not as flattering without that sheen, which is a shame. So I'm a bit disappointed with that because it's a big lot of blush to use if you're not absolutely loving it, and you've got to kind of really work to blend it out and soften it out with some other form of highlighter or whatever. So yeah, I did promise I'd get back to you on the autumn collection, and I do love the nail varnishes. The other nail varnishes are kind of deep plummy red, browny red, which I like as well. There's a surprise. Anyway, so there's a few rambling thoughts on Sunday, and especially a quick look at the Chantecaille. Do let me know if any of you have fallen prey to the Chantecaille pretty packaging this time round. I know a lot of you like their foundation, which I haven't yet used. And I hope to get round to speaking to you again very soon. Until then, keep safe. Bye for now.